Hello and welcome back to another housing video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. This time we're going to be looking at something that I completely just didn't even realize was a thing added into the game. Every now and again I end up missing something from a patch, although sometimes there's a reason for that. And this time I'd like to just explain that this one I didn't see at all. I just thought this was something that was already there. This is the Rustic Chocobo counter. This is a woodworking recipe, basic level 80 recipe. Recommended is 1866. There's no requirements there. With 6 lignum vitae lumber, 4 santique lumber, 4 mana silver nuggets, and 3 desert yellow dyes, actually will make you this item that says, bring the delights of a genuine chocobo stable to the inside of your home, complete with that unmistakable aroma. Well, that's great, isn't it? So I guess we're just going to have a house that smells like poo-poo now. That's fine. Let's plop this down then. See, look, plop. I like the... Never mind. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It is basically nothing like a stable in the slightest. This to me actually reminds me of a counter, like we've got over here, like one of those desk counters that you have in most modern buildings, but it's got cupboards the other side. One thing I do like about this is that each of the cupboards has these little knobs to pull open the drawers and the doors. Okay, obviously you can't actually open them, but they're egg-shaped. So all of these things are sort of like chocobo egg themed. I believe that's what they're going for with this. The yellow is obviously your chocobo colors, and you have 2 eggs leaning against each other at the top there. This is the sort of thing you'd expect for an Easter event, isn't it? Sort of thing you would expect as a reward. I'm not really sure what this grey thing is on the edge of this, whether it's supposed to be a placard or something. We've got some shelving on the sides. I'm sure there are many people who will make use of this item, but I just don't see much in this one, personally. Again, with the grey slab thing, I'm not sure what that's for. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys will be able to tell me below. But if you're looking for something with a little bit of a roof that you could, disguise yourself, maybe put some planters on this, or anything with giant eggs on it, then this is certainly something for you. This is a dyeable item, as you would have probably imagined. Let's see, furnishing color. So this is what it looks like if we lower the size of that. Looks like in a variety of colors. So naturally it goes with that yellow. White looks, pretty decent. You'll notice that the eggs themselves have this glow to them in low light conditions, if that's something that you want to make use of. I'm sure some people will find a use for that. More often than not, I look at housing items where it's like, I probably wouldn't ever use this, and then I'll look at something that uses this in housing design that looks 10 times better than the original item. People clipping things into it or using this as a completely different thing. Like, some people could probably use this as a front to an aquarium, for example, or a front to a make like a fake television stand. Honestly, the imagination is something that really pushes items like this beyond. If you just wanted an item that's fairly basic looking, fairly unique looking but basic looking, that has a gap in it, you could easily make this into a surround for a fish tank or a television or what have you. But that's where the strength of housing design comes in over the original items themselves. So you really have to think outside the box when you do get items like this. I'm personally not very good at doing that, but yeah, I can see the appeal. So that's what it looks like in a different variety of colors. Just to test that, actually, I want to see what it looks like in front of a fish tank. So we're going to take this one on a little bit of a tour downstairs and see exactly that. I am curious. It is a cool idea, actually. Let's see, rotate that, put snap to grid back on, 90 degrees, boop-a-doop. Yeah, that's, oh, didn't mean to click that one. That's actually a kind of cool idea, actually. If you centralize this a little bit better, maybe take snap off. About there, right? Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Obviously, yellow is a bit of a weird colour for this to be, but something like that could fit quite perfectly as a centerpiece around something. So in that way, this item is quite nice. It's very easily affordable. If you want to just buy this, I think they're going for about 40k on my server, probably a lot less. The materials themselves are worth more than the item, I think. The lignum vitae lumber is used for so many different items in the last few patches. It wouldn't surprise me if you could just make a decent profit off of these. But there we go. Let me know what you think about this item. On its own, standalone, I don't think the item really sells itself to me. But as a featured item that you could add to others, I think this is really where it's going to shine, and does add some variety to the sorts of, you know, desks, reception desks that we already have. But let me know what you think. Of course, you might have different opinions, which is why the world is so good. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all next time. Right, probably going to make this into a telly, to be honest. Have a nice black sort of screen behind it. That would be kind of cool. And maybe dye this. Maybe put some foliage around the top. Watch this space. That's for sure.